which means we have to set both parts of this equal to 0 and then solve for each specific part. So x minus 5 equals 0 and x plus 9 equals 0. Add 5 to get rid of both of these. So this is x equals 5. And subtract 9 from both sides to get rid of the 9s. That is the final solution when you're asked to solve, keyword being solve, for this particular quadratic equation. So let's do one more problem where it's set up this way and it's not in the standard form, and it asks you to do that one extra step of converting it into standard form before you factor. So this problem is x squared minus 72 equals negative 6x. And we know that standard form for quadratic equations is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So we need to do something to this equation algebraically to make one side equal to 0. The easiest one for this guy is going to be making the right side equal to 0, and we can do that by adding 6x to both sides. So that's going to be 0 here, x squared plus 6x minus 72. And the reason that I put the 6x in the middle as opposed to over here is just because I want to keep my equation in standard form. And so that requires me to move the number into the middle. After this, it's just going to set up just like all of our normal problems. So we'll know that m plus n equals 6, and m times n is equal to negative 72. So that means we need to find the factors of 72. And those are going to be 1 and 72, 2 and 36, let's see, 3 and 24, 4 and 18, let's see, 6 and 12, 8 and 9, 10 doesn't work, 11 doesn't work, 12 means we're back to 6, and that's the whole thing. So we've got that, but now we're looking for negative 72, so we need to write all the factors that could potentially give us negative 72. So it would be negative 1 and 72, or 1 and negative 72, negative 2 and 36, or 2 and negative 36, negative 3 and 24, or 3 and negative 24, negative 4 and 18, 4 and negative 18, negative 6 and 12, or 6 and negative 12, negative 8 and 9, or 8 and negative 9. So those are all the possible factors that could add to negative 72. And we need to see which one of these sets of numbers is going to add and give us 6. So we'll have our sums column. Negative 1 plus 72 is going to be 71. 1 plus negative 72 is going to be negative 71. Negative 2 plus 36 is going to be 34. 2 plus negative 36 is going to be negative 34. Negative 3 plus 24 is going to be 21. 3 plus negative 24 is going to be negative 21. So you should see a pattern developing between the numbers. That'll allow you to skip steps and move a little bit faster and not have to figure out each one. Negative 4 plus 18 is 14. 4 plus negative 18 is negative 14. Negative 6 plus 12 is going to be 6. And 6 plus negative 12 is going to be negative 6. Negative 8 plus 9 is going to be 1. And 8 plus negative 9 is going to be negative 1. So now I look back and I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 72, so all these, and add to 6. And there's only one set here. That gives me that. So since it's minus 6, 12, I would write this as x minus 6 x minus 6, x plus 12. Now, since we have a little bit of time, we want to check our answer, make sure we're correct. FOIL, first, x times x, which is x squared, outside, plus 12x, inside, minus 6x, and last, which is going to be negative 6 times 12, which is negative 72. Combine our like terms, and we're going to get x squared plus 6x minus 72. And while this doesn't correspond to our first problem, our initial problem that we were given up here, it does correspond to the problem we got once we algebraically made the right side of the equation equivalent to 0. So that works. That's your final answer. Your final answer then will be written as x minus 6, x plus 12. So as you can see, these problems are long, and it requires you to definitely go back into your knowledge of factors and, multiplying negatives and positives and seeing what they come out. But if you follow the sort of way that I'm doing it, it does take a lot of room, but it pretty much guarantees that there aren't possible solutions that you miss, and you can always check your work and make sure you got the answer right. If you have any other questions, either email me or post them to comments if there's comments available, if there's commenting available for this video. I hope you learned something, and just remember to keep practicing, because that's the way we all get better. So thank you.